When my wife passed and I left the Royal Marines, a lot of people would have given up on me. You gave me a job. You were patient with me. You, Carla, Jenny, you're my family.
Hey guys, Society Reviews here, my review of the film A Working Man. It's hard to argue against the notion that if you've seen one Jason Statham movie, you've seen them all. If we're being honest with ourselves, however, cinema is not in a good place during a time where the Academy is trying to convince you that a movie about a Russian prostitute is the best film of the year. Because audiences are so hard up for anything resembling the entertainment they used to receive from Hollywood, a new Jason Statham movie is a welcome change of pace against the norm. Last year, Statham graced us with a film entitled The Beekeeper, which is about an ex-government operative seeking revenge for a woman who killed herself in the wake of a massive scam that wiped out her life savings. When you go into a Statham movie, the bread and butter is to keep everything simple. Give us the conflict, give us our character, and have him punch and kick people in the face for 90 minutes. This time around, Statham is rejoined by director David Ayer, who directed his last film, The Beekeeper, along with a co-writing assist from Sylvester Stallone with his latest film entitled A Working Man. Statham plays the character of Levon, who is a former Royal Marine commando who now works as a leader of a construction team in the city of Chicago. Cade enjoys a quiet life working close with the Garcia family that runs the company. The Garcia's teenage daughter, Jenny, goes bar hopping with her friends and ends up being kidnapped by Russian traffickers. The Russians attempt to force Jenny into sex slavery for high-end buyers. Because Cade is close to the family, he decides to take the responsibility of finding and rescuing Jenny, which means that he has to infiltrate the group that kidnapped her in order to find her location. The Russians realize that Cade is not your average civilian, but a man on a mission with no one to fear to slow him down. One of the big differences between this film and The Beekeeper you notice right away is the pacing. This film clocks in 11 minutes longer than the Beekeeper movie did, which is the first big mistake of the movie. The pacing of A Working Man is not as smooth as the previous film, meaning that you feel the runtime here a lot more than his other movies. The script, which is co-written by Stallone, was originally pitched as a television series on a streaming service that can handle the level of grit and violence associated with the movie. The film sets its central conflict around the Russian mob and the hierarchy of the family's organization. The actions of a few have a dramatic domino effect on the entire organization. As Statham's character of Cade, Frank castles his way against the High family. There isn't too much backstory here to explain the character, which is why it's puzzling of the creative decision to make this a near 2-hour movie without enough action to back it up. While pacing is the biggest flaw, the action in the movie is fundamentally sound, as Statham takes his role as caretaker/butt kicker very seriously. If you're an audience member who's just looking to see Statham shoot and stomp a bunch of bad guys, the film will certainly give you his money's worth. On that merit, it's very hard to judge this film as you would judge a normal, everyday movie. Nothing much has changed with Statham's career over the last 20 years. He's the guy who audiences pay to punch and kick people for 2 hours. While Jason doesn't have any new tricks up his bag, his work has remained consistent over the last several years. The film lives and dies on Jason Statham, and he's good enough as a leading man to mask the fact that you probably see in this movie time and time again. This is not a bad movie. Most audiences are going to be looking for an over-the-top action movie that they can enjoy, and there's enough good in this movie to be enjoyable when it's all said and done. In a better year for cinema, A Working Man will probably be nothing more than a footnote. However, as the industry continues to struggle, it is one of the few solid films we've actually received in 2025 so far. I give this film a 3 out of 5.
Look at those bricks. You ain't a cop. You're a working man.
That's right. Let's play.
Everybody look what's going down.